What's going on, everybody? I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day, and we're back for another stream. So here we go. Once again, the markets are a little green, but guess what, guys? I am shorting like a mother effer right now, and this thing is dropping like it's hot. Dropping like it's hot right now. You can see here my short is up $203 so far right now as we continue to drop here. We are dropping it like it's hot, going towards our first TP here. I've been dropping these signals in the Crypto Citadel. If you guys haven't been part of the Crypto Citadel, haven't joined just yet, you guys are missing out here. We're about to start TPing here on our first TP as we continue to drop. Bitcoin got rejected off the London high. It was a nice little sweep to the upside, and boom, that's an instant short action right there. Took the trade, and here we go. As you guys can see here, I dropped the signal in the Crypto Citadel this morning at 10:24 a.m. Bitcoin short entry, stop loss, TPs, and boom, here we are dropping it like it's hot right now. Trying to break below this previous week low here on the 5-minute. We are continuing. This thing is trying to pick up a little bit here in the 40 seconds. We got 40 more seconds here in this 3-minute candle. We need to keep dropping a little bit lower, but hopefully we can come back to at least the VWAP here. This is a nice short so far. Appreciate all you guys jumping in here. Bitcoin has continued to drop. We're currently sitting at $77,100 here right now. Last night we came down as low as 75,700. We're continuing to make those big moves to the downside. Our last line here of defense is this 73,767. We start dropping below that, and 67 is very likely to be jumped on the books. Very likely. And that's going to make me nervous, guys. That's going to make me a little nervous, not going to lie. Here we go. Bitcoin's dropping back down again on the 3-minute. Drop it like it's hot, baby. Drop it like it's hot. Here we go. Come on. Keep it going. Don't be holding this previous week low of support here. Keep dropping it. Oh man, looks like this thing wants to hold, but hopefully it doesn't. Come on, keep it dropping here. We're up $193 right now, up 19% on our short. Fantastic trade so far this morning. We got to keep an eye on it here. This could be holding a little bit of support here and maybe have a bounce, which I don't want to see. I don't want to hold on to this trade for too long. Not liking this bounce right here. Let me see here. Still got time to drop. Still got 5 minutes on the 15-minute on the big drop here. 30-minute. We got another 5 minutes on this 30-minute candle here before closing. Hourly also has 4 minutes left. Let's see how this last 5-minute candle treats us. Come on, drop it like it's hot. Gonna be jumping here into the chat here. See how all of you guys are doing. I know the market has been scary as of late, for sure. So I know most of you guys keep smashing those likes as you guys are jumping in here. Smash those likes. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Right now I am in a Bitcoin short. I started shorting from up here. We are having a nice little trade so far. Getting a little bit of a bounce here. Don't want to see too much of a bounce. Want to keep seeing that price action coming back down, pushing it back lower. Our first TP is around 76,800. We front ran it by just a little bit here. Didn't really see it as I was introducing myself into the show, but got to be patient. Can't just panic. Got to let the trade play out here. On the 3-minute, we are coming down to the lower side of the momentum wave. No green dot yet, no real flip of the momentum, but hopefully we can keep dropping here. Keep dropping it like it's hot. 15-minute, 3 minutes left on the 15-minute here. Doing a little live trade session here. We're already in the trade. I posted the trade signal over 30 minutes ago in the Crypto Citadel. Here we go. We're dropping like it's hot right now, baby. Come on, drop it. Drop it like it's hot. Come on. Drop below that previous week low, man. Drop below that previous week low. Appreciate all of you guys jumping in here, guys. We got almost 100 people in here. Make sure you guys are tapping those likes. Let's go. Let's get it. There we go, baby. We're dropping, baby. We are dropping right now. Come on. 6 more seconds. Come on, drop it. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Drop it like it's hot, man. Drop it like it's hot. We dropped under the 3 minute here. We still got the 5 minute above. Still open here. Come on, keep dropping it. We are up $185 on our trade, 18%. 195 right now. Come on, keep dropping it. Keep dropping it. Come on, we just hit our first TP here, and I'll be clocking out for the day. Come on. Nice little win here. Come on, come down to that Asia high. Come on. Come on. Got 2 minutes. There we go. Come on, drop it. Drop it. There we go. Send it. Send it down. Come on. Send it down. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Drop it like it's hot, baby. Come on. Come on. Stop playing around. Stop playing around. Come on, drop it. 15 minute. Still got 1 minute and 45 seconds left on the 15 minute. We're still dropping here. 30 minutes also got 1 minute. The 1 hour also got 1 minute. Okay, here we go. Big drop coming. Big drop coming. Let's go. We got multiple time frames closing out here in the next minute and 30 seconds, all the way up to a 1 hour candle. We got the 1 hour. We got the 30 minute, 15 minute. All these candles are closing here in the next 1 minute and 30 seconds. We are dropping it like it's hot right now, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Drop it. Drop it. Hit that Asia high. Come on. Appreciate all of you guys jumping in here. I'll be jumping here into the chat in just a second. Be patient with me, guys. Be patient with me. Trading is an exciting time, let me tell you. It's an exciting, exciting time. Man, I think I might just close this trade early. I think I might just close. Here we go. Here we go. Getting that drop now. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Close, 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 baby. Bing, bam, boom. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Closed on that TP1. Let's go. Hit that TP1 like clockwork. It's probably going to come down to TP2, TP3 here, but I'm done, baby. I am done for the day. Let's look at that trade right now. Order history here. Position history. No, order history right here. Boom. Look at that. 24.39% on the day. Made my $246. Let's go, baby. People take a whole 9 to 5, 8-hour work day to make $200, and I just made $200 in 30 minutes. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. 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 Let's go take a look at Bitcoin, see where it's going. Look at that. Having a nice little bounce here off the TP1. I still believe it's going to be heading lower here. TP2. Where's TP2 at? TP2 here on the signals. TP2 was at 76,232. No, 222, all the way down here on the daily open, which is still possible. We still could drop there, but man, $243.46 in 30 minutes coming down here to TP. I'm done, man. I'm done. I'm not going to keep holding this trade. I don't have to. If you want to, you can. But that's it. I'm done. 30 minutes of work, and I'm out of here, bro. I'm out of here. Took the short right up here, dropped the signal into the chat, into the Discord. Look at that. It's still going. It looks like it still wants to keep going. The new 1 hour candle just started. The new 1 hour candle just started. Probably going to come down to at least the VWAP here. 30 minute just started as well. It's trying to bounce off that Asia high. Man, woo! How is XRP doing today? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What is TP2? TP2 is 76,232, and then TP3 is $75,708, all the way down here, the London low, which is a full rotation of the London trading session, because we just shorted the London high, right? We hit the London high, we got rejected, took the short, and we rotated that bad boy. If we rotate that whole range to the downside, the low, which would be TP3, is $108. TP2 is the daily open down here, which is right next to right above the previous day low. Should be some strong support, and currently right below the VWAP. TP1 was the Asia high, right? And boom, we printing money, baby. We are printing money. I appreciate all of you guys jumping in here. If you guys are not in the Crypto Citadel, if you guys are not in there taking signals, taking trades, I don't know what you guys are waiting for. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. The heck was that? Give me a second here. Copy. Why am I not copying the image? There we go. Boom. Chakalaka. Boom. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So Ethereum, XRP. All right. Let's start jumping into some TA, guys. Let's start jumping into some TA. The trade is over. I can start focusing now, and I can actually focus on some TA here with you guys. All right. The markets are red. The markets are red. Bitcoin is dropping. The altcoins are melting. And where are we going next? We're about to find out here, guys. We are about to find out. So let's go take a look at XRP first. Then we'll take a look at Ethereum. So XRP, USDT. Let's go. Come on, let's jump out here to the daily. Woo! All right, cool. So XRP dropped all the way down to about $1.61, bounced up, hit the daily MPOC of 199, took that target out. That I can delete that now. We still have one target up at $2.05. We came up and we retested this support zone, right? Well, it used to be the support zone massively. And in the last 2 days, we have been rejected from this support zone. We cannot break above $2. Currently have dropped back down to as low as 172, and we're currently sitting at 182. If we drop below 171, again, our next targets to the downside for XRP are 146 to 144, and below that is 112 to 109, potentially even as low as $1. Now, that drop from where we're at right now to this 112 is a 37% drop, and to the $1 mark is a 44% drop. What could possibly cause that? Oh, look at that bounce on the Asia high back above the previous week low. This is why you take profits on the first TPs, man. This is why you take profit. There's many different strategies. One strategy is you just take a partial profit, and then you bring it down with a trailing stop loss, right? Or a trailing take profit, whatever you want to call it, and you let it ride all the way to your other TPs. But man, unless I'm seeing some strong, movement straight through the first TP, I don't like being greedy, bro. I like taking profits on my first TP, and I'm done. I'm done for the day. I don't have to be worrying about that trade all day. 30 minutes of anxiety for a whole day of freedom. So back to XRP here. What would be causing XRP to drop 40% if we jump out here on the daily for the Bitcoins? Here. Let's looky. So let me turn off all the daily stuff. Currently, Bitcoin, right, has fallen out of its March range. We are dancing above this daily pivot of $73,767, which is not only an untapped average, but it is also a value area high for the yearly range of 2024. If we start dropping below 73,767, the next main target is $67,000 for Bitcoin. If that happens, right, that is a 12.9% drop, 13% drop for Bitcoin from current price. That is going to be rough, my friends. That is going to be a rough one. Let me tell you, a rough one, guaranteed for sure. Right now, we do have the quarterly low, right? The quarterly low for, let me see here. Boom. quarter one low. Jeez, messed that up. Quarter one low here. All right, we are dancing above this quarter one low. If we can hold this quarter one low, we're there. That's okay. That's good. But man, we keep tapping it. We keep dancing below it. We keep wicking below it. It's only a matter of time before, if we keep doing this, we're going to blow past this 73,767. And once we enter that range, 67 is the big play, right? And that is what would cause altcoins to drop another 30-40%. That could cause XRP to drop. Now, is this going to happen overnight, over in 1 day or two? I hope not, right? Hopefully Bitcoin doesn't drop 12% in 1 day, but it's possible. But realistically, it's probably going to be a slower drop. It's going to be a slower drop over the next couple of weeks if it happens, right? The key word is if. It's all if. Where do you see the bottom? The bottom needs to be, for Bitcoin, 73,767. Like, if we hold quarter one low at 76,500, that's fantastic. Hopefully that's the bottom. But if we don't hold this bottom, if we don't hold this 76,500 and this 73,767 breaks, floodgates are open, baby. We're heading lower for longer. So if we really don't want to see that, we really want to see the quarter one low here holding, but we keep dancing on it. It's only a matter of time before it breaks. Let's go look at Ethereum here next. So Ethereum as well. Ethereum does have a target of 1259. 1259. We keep dancing with that. Today, we dropped as low as 1383 overnight, right? We're bouncing back up because Bitcoin's bouncing back up. But if Bitcoin keeps dancing on this level, the next big target to the downside is 1259, which we're not far from. We came down as low as 1383 last night. This is not a target that we're far away from. But nonetheless, I do believe Ethereum is going to recover, guys. I do believe Ethereum is going to recover. I do believe that there's a possibility that 2025 could be that bearish market, right? That bearish, that larger bearish trend. Quarter one's been very bearish. If we look at the historical data, here, right, Ethereum was only clocked in a really negative quarter one in bearish markets in 2018, which was a bear market, and in 2022, which was a bear market. So this happening now in 2025 is, oh man, I got like a beard hair in my mouth or something. Long story short, I do believe Ethereum is going to recover. I do believe that there's going to be, if 2025 is the bearish year, right? If we're going to see more bearish momentum throughout quarter two, especially in the summer is always kind of very boring, right? We could start to see a spark of life entering quarter four of this year, and people get a little excited, not too much, but they're still expecting a lot lower. Everybody's going to be calling for a dead cat bounce, this or that, right? And then 2026 could be a very bullish year that people are not expecting. Right now, the consensus is we're headed into a recession. We got JP Morgan, we got all these big bankers talking about recession, right? The tariffs are destroying the economy. Recession. And when everybody thinks one thing, the opposite tends to happen. And I think everyone is expecting recession, and the money printer is going to be turned back on. The interest rates cuts are going to happen, and that's going to slowly take effect in the market. And I think we're going to enter into 2026 being a bullish year, bullish year. Is quarter four going to be extremely bullish? I don't know. I think I'm heading towards right now a vibe of just some sign of life, some sign of a bounce of some kind, and then 2026 could be the big blow off. But we'll see, right? We're still a long way from that. We're just at the beginning of quarter two. We're literally still within the first 10 days of quarter two here. So, but overall, Ethereum is littered with targets to the upside. Littered. Look at this. All these yellow lines are all untapped targets to the upside. Untapped targets to the upside. We have untapped target all the way up to 3863, right? Just a massive amount of targets to the upside. What does Ethereum need to do? Well, the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart needs to start reversing. Ethereum needs to start moving up. Bitcoin dominance needs to start dropping. and Ethereum's going to start performing here. Is it going to hit 10,000? I don't know. Can it hit 4,000? I think so. Can it go to 6,000? I think so. I've been following you for a while. You're very accurate. Derek, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that very much. Trying to catch up here with all the chat. Everybody's nervous right now, man. I guess Bitcoin is going to 65 this month. What do you think, bro? The 65K Bitcoin is possible, right? 65K, or right now, actually, the yearly 2024 NPOC is 67, right? We have some targets at 62. We have a target at 59, another target at 57. That would be leading to a full rotation of the yearly range to the downside, right, of 2024, which at the value area low of 2024, that's 48,000. That is a massive, massive drop. Now, I'm not going to be looking or calling for 48,000 anytime soon. We haven't even entered the yearly range for 2024 yet. So meanwhile, we stay above the yearly range of 70, the yearly range, right, of 2024, we're good. If we start dropping below 73.7, 67 is on the cards. Depending how 67 reacts, can it be strong support or not? We could be looking at 62 to 57, right? Those are all targets to the downside. But meanwhile, we're holding this quarter one low. We're okay. We're okay so far. We're okay so far. We still have a chance to push back up. So guys, if you guys are not in the crypto citadel, if you're not in the crypto citadel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Join the crypto citadel. The group pays for itself with the trades that we've been taking. You guys saw me take that trade this morning, right? It's $99 a month. Why is it $99 a month? Let me break it down for you. We're doing live trading sessions. We're doing trading signals. We're doing macro analysis for people that are not traders, for people that are long-term investors, posting all the macro analysis weekly, monthly, quarterly, for the targets to the upside, targets to the downside, to be able to dollar cost average and potentially have a game plan to take profits, right? We do live, exclusive live streams in there for not just trading, but also for market updates. We're doing a lot of things in here, and we're taking trades, not as often as possible, but we've taken about 3 trades so far this week. We've had 2 stopped out. We've had 1 that really hit, which was this morning, right? I've had to take that if you guys see right here, I've had to take that narrative of changing over from longs to looking for more short opportunities, right? For the last 4 weeks, we've been banging out longs, right? Look at this, just long, just printing. These are all the signals, printing on the longs, right? And very small losses on the longs, but the majority of them have all been wins. Now, this week, since everything's been changing, right? I'm always kind of biased for longs, right? I would like longing Bitcoin. I'm bullish on crypto, but realistically, with the state of the market, we got to be looking for shorts. Short setups are playing out more. Long setups, even though they look really good, are getting invalidated very quickly. So that's just one of those things I have to shift my mind in. Now, $99 sounds like a lot for the first month. If you type in the promo code Citadel, right? If you type in the promo code Citadel and hit apply, you will get 50% off your first month. You will get 50% off your first month. My page here isn't loading for some reason, but it does work. You guys can try it out before signing up. So definitely do that if you haven't already. Army Piper in the house. What's going on, brother? What is going on? Good to see you, man. Man, just taking trades and seeing what happens, man. Right now, Bitcoin's jumping back up here. Bitcoin's jumping back up above the, where are we at? We're going to turn my daily stuff on. Yeah, we're back above the previous week low, which is not a bueno at all. But I took my short up at the London high, right? Shorted that bad boy and has been playing out all morning. So it's been a great trade. You see here, we jumped up, came to the Asia high, our first TP, and had a massive reversal back to the upside. Can't be greedy on these shorts, man. Can't be greedy on these shorts, but can't be afraid to take shorts either. Look at this perfect sweep of the London high. We came up to the London high, swept that, jumped into the short, boom, played out like a fiddle. But good to see you, Army Piper, bro. Got to be on your show sometime soon. Let me know when I can jump on over there. But let's go. Let's keep it going here. Let's see here. What's next? What other altcoins you guys want to see? Where do you leverage trade? I leverage trade on BLOFIN and on BitUnix. Those are the two that I've been using as of recently. I like them a lot. If 55,000 is possible, may I ask you, is 90,000 also possible? Thanks. So optimistic, yes. For Bitcoin, we'll go back to Bitcoin here. Let me jump back over to. Let me put all these in a little folder real quick. Clean up the chart. Let me clean up the chart here real quick. All right. So to the upside. To the upside. If we do drop down to 67, right, 50,000, whatever it is that you were saying, there is still potential we come back up. We have lots of targets to the upside. We have the quarterly average of 89. There's still a possibility that we hold this quarter one low and we don't even go down to 67. I want that to be clear. I'm not saying that we are guaranteed going to fit 67,000. I'm saying if we break 73.7 and we start closing dailies below 73.7, then 67 is way greater chance on the card, right? I was advocating for Bitcoin to hold 80,000, right? Holding 80,000 made me a lot more comfortable. Below 80,000 increased the probability of 67. It increased the probability of dropping below 73. It doesn't mean that it's 100% guaranteed. So meanwhile, we hold this quarter one low and we're above the 73.7, we're okay. Now, even if we drop down to 67 or 58, whatever it is, there is still a chance, right? We can drop down all the rest of this year. We can slowly start dripping, continue dropping all this year long, right? And as we're dropping all year long, everybody's expecting 2026 to be a bearish year. And I think 2026 could potentially be the 2023 equivalent, right? In 2022, that was the bear market last cycle. 2023 was still bear market, even though Bitcoin actually rallied 191% in 2023. That was still considered bear market. Nobody was calling bull market until 2024, right? That's when everybody started calling bull market. But realistically, the bull market started in 2023. The whole year was up 191% for Bitcoin. So I think the same thing could be happening here. If we head lower first, right? If we head lower first for Bitcoin, dropping down to 67, 55, whatever, through the rest of 2025, people are going to be expecting that in 2026. And 2026 could be the 2023 where we slowly grind all the way back up and higher. So targets to the upside, right? Big targets here to be aware of that will show some strong momentum for Bitcoin is getting above 89,000. That is the quarter average, right? The quarterly average of $89,664. Getting above that puts us back into the quarter one range, right? This is the quarter one range right here, right? Within the quarter one range, we have targets between 92 all the way to 96, which is the quarter one of 2025 NPOC. We also have a gold pocket at 98. This is very important if we're going to continue moving up, that we flip this gold pocket and head into 100K. If we do not flip 98, if we get rejected at 98 and start dropping back down, start dropping below this quarter one range, it's lower for sure, because we are creating a lower high once again. We need to break market structure by completely breaking above 98 and holding over 100. Over 100, our two targets are 104,888, which is a monthly MPOC, and we have a daily MPOC at 108. We literally have no volume up here above 106. It's all wicks, as you can see, all wicks above 106. We've not closed a single daily candle above there. We've barely closed up a single daily candle above 104. So very, very important that we flip those areas. Flipping 98 gives us a good chance that we run through 104, 108, and make a new all-time high. We don't flip 98, we're heading potentially a lot lower once we retest this value area low of quarter one, 90,000. And if we lose that, it's going to be a lot lower. So those are the two scenarios. Is either we pump right now all the way to 98 and flip it, right? If we flip it, we're heading higher. If we don't flip it, there's a good possibility we're going to be coming back down. If 90,000 is lost again, we're heading all the way down to 67. Scenario two is we don't head higher now. We just drop out, right? We lose the quarter one low, we lose 73.7, we enter the 2024 range, and we spend the next 6 to 8 months of this year just continuously slowly dropping and grinding it down. And then 2026 could be that year of moving back up. You and Alex Costa has simplistic view about 2026. Yeah, man. 2026, 2025. I was expecting 2025 to be rough, but I didn't expect it to be rough in quarter one. I expected it to be rough in quarter two. My initial thesis back in 2024 was I was going to hold until the end of quarter one, and then at around quarter one, take out my profits and head out. But quarter one was way rougher than I expected. So I was wrong about quarter one of 2025 for sure. But, now we got to look out into the future. Army Piper here says, I think we see 63 or 67 as first line of defense. Man, 63 or 67, I don't think that's a line of defense. I think that's a full blowout right there. Dropping down. I still think obviously we dropped down to those levels that we could come back up. But man, after 73, I'm not bullish anymore for the foreseeable future until we start bouncing back up. Right now, there's still a chance of hope. The very small amount of hope that I'm still bullish here on this quarter one low. But we start losing that, it's over. Tradefly in the house. What's going on, Tradefly? Appreciate you jumping in here. What about Cardano? Let's cover up some Cardano here for you guys. We'll cover XRP again in a little bit. We already hit that one earlier today. Let's go take a look at Cardano. ADA, where are we at, ADA? All right. So ADA, let me turn this. This thing's bothering me. There we go. All right, so ADA has fallen out of this quarter one range, right? We've lost the value area low of 64 cents. We are pretty much within the November range right now. We are below the anchored VWAP as well. We are officially dropping below the November point of control of 59 cents, as you can see here, back in February 3rd and in February 28th. It was holding as support this line right here. I'll mark it out for you guys who can't see it. 59 cents was the November point of control that was already tapped, but it was holding as support. We've lost that. Our next target here to the downside, if we continue heading lower, is the value area low of November, which is 48 cents. And below that, the two untapped targets are sitting at 36 and 35 cents, which are both quarter four averages and a quarter four NPOC for 2024. Now, is there a guarantee that we're coming down to those levels? Absolutely not. There's no guarantee we're going to be heading down to those levels from where we're at right now. That is a drop of 39%, just like I covered with XRP. What would cause altcoins to drop another 30, 40%? Well, Bitcoin dropping to that 67 or lower, right? Dropping another 13%, 14%. Bitcoin drops 14, 15%. Altcoins are going to be dropping double or triple that. Easy. So that would be the scenario on how we get to those lows. Now, Cardano to the upside. If we can reclaim the value area low for quarter one of 63 cents, we are littered with targets here. Let me get rid of this one. This one's already been tapped. We are littered with targets here between the quarter and monthly MPOC of 73 cents all the way up to 86 cents, which from where we're at right now, 57 to our first target, that's a 28% move, and to our last target all the way up here of 87 cents, that is a 53% move to the upside. And those are targets within the quarter one range, right, which would be showing some good strength here for altcoins, showing some good strength for potentially obviously Bitcoin if that's happening for the altcoin dominance dropping. So those are the local targets here for Cardano. Obviously we have a target all the way up that's untapped, up at $1.20, but we are quite some ways from that, so I will not be focusing on that too much. Let's let's see what other altcoins we got. Let's see here. Clay the Great in the house. What's going on? Hoodie hoo. Good to see you, man. Take a look at AVAX, bro. It's going positive unlike ETH. Let's go take a look at AVAX. AVAX has been one of my biggest holds in this bull market. Been very, very bullish on AVAX long term. So AVAX is continuing to hold its quarter one value area low, holding support here. Came down as low as $14 on Tuesday yesterday, and we're back above here once again. Now we are getting some resistance at this weekly average of $17.76. Obviously, we haven't been able to get above that, But nonetheless, our targets to the upside, if we continue holding this range, if Bitcoin is bottoming out here and holding that Q1 low, and Bitcoin is planning on heading higher, then our next target to the upside is $20, $20.31 as a weekly average. Within the Q1 range, our upper targets are $25 and $26. Value area high for Q1 is currently sitting at $28.57. Now we break above Q1 range. We have one target here at $29 before we claim $30. $30 was very strong support and resistance in all of 2024. For AVAX, holding above $30 was one of those things that was just strong support. And when it would break, obviously it would break pretty low. So getting above $30 would be very crucial. Then we have the range of January, which we have two monthly untapped targets here, a monthly average and a monthly MPOC between 36 and 37. Where things get really bullish for AVAX is getting above the yearly pivot, right? Getting above the yearly average. We have a gold pocket up at $43 and an untapped monthly up at $51. And we never really got too much higher than $51. We got as high as $60 at the peak in March of 2024, the peak of that altcoin rally. But we have not revisited any of its historical untapped targets. If we look here, we have historical untapped targets between 71 all the way to its previous all-time high of 2021 of 147, which are possible if we break above that $51 area and can actually hold it as support. So we will see here. Obviously, that is a very, very long way from where we are. We're currently sitting at $16. So right now, the current targets I'm looking at are just up to $26, give or take, which is rotating this Q1 range at least as close to the upside as possible of $28 for AVAX. Let's see here. What do you think of Dogecoin? How many X's will it go on this bull run? Dude, I mean, it already ran up to like 40 something cents from like below 10 cents. Now Dogecoin is back down below 15 cents, I believe it is. What's Dogecoin at? Yeah, Doge is currently sitting at 14 cents. So I'm not really looking at Dogecoin as how many X's is it going to do. I'd be happy if it just goes back to 40 cents. Dogecoin at the end of the day is a meme coin. It has a very high inflation rate and it performs along pretty well with Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumps, Dogecoin pumps. Bitcoin no pump, Dogecoin no pump. Pretty simple. One that I am looking at, that I've been looking at all this year, that I've also been very bullish on, is Pendle. Pendle is still up 55% on the month, right? It is still up 55% on the month. It's actually been rallying. Now, why is Pendle rallying when others are not, when everything else has been tanking? Well, Pendle has been took a very massive hit way earlier than the majority of other altcoins, right? So back in March 10th, Pendle had already dropped down to 181, dropping below its Q3 ranges, dropping to as low as the Q1 range of 2024, right? Dropping all the way down to 180. And then we reclaimed the Q3 point of control here for 2024. We came down to this local gold pocket of 234 on April 7th. And since then, we're bouncing back up. So we're still within the Q3 range. Q3 range of 2023, and it's kind of starting to recover a little bit faster. Now, where do I see this thing really blasting off? It's gone as high as $6, $7. Can it get back up there? Absolutely. Now, why do I say this? This Pendle play, this is a DeFi play on Ethereum. If Ethereum truly does have its massive rally, its massive move to the upside, starts reclaiming $2,000 and higher, right? DeFi on Ethereum is going to be performing. And one of the biggest players on Ethereum that's DeFi is Pendle. If Ethereum performs, all the ETH whales are going to start coming in. They're going to start using DeFi with their Ethereum to get out loans, to borrow, to use liquidity, to reinvest into the market. And we've seen that throughout the altcoin rallies, right? Throughout the altcoin rallies. Even though Ethereum had not been performing anything amazing this year, Pendle has rallied every single time that the altcoins have rallied, because people start getting interested in borrowing and start getting ready to use more DeFi. So I am pretty bullish on Pendle long term. I do feel like this has kind of bottomed out, unless Bitcoin really just loses its bottom and drops out. Then obviously this thing's going to be dropping a lot lower. But overall, targets to the upside, really getting above the yearly pivot of 447 would be super bullish for Pendo. And then we have a target up here of $6.10, which is an untapped target to the upside. Let's keep looking here. How do you figure quarter one average? It's very simple. Quarter one average, Terry, is actually just an indicator here. It's called pivots. If you go to indicator, if you go to indicators, type in pivots, pivot point standard, right? That's what it is. You star it and then turn them on, go into the settings, pivot time frame. You choose quarterly, boom, and the quarterly pivot time frame will show up. That's pretty much how it works. Real simple. Let me keep reading through the chat here. Let me see. Has anyone heard of SHIB Worldwide Raffle? Do you have any idea how cheap this is? I have no idea what's going on with SHIB. Do you believe there will be a bull run this year? GT, so right now, my thesis is that 2025 could be the bearish year, right? Could be the longer bearish time frame where we keep sliding lower if we do, right? If we lose, like I said earlier, it's all going to be dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin loses its quarter one low and loses the daily average over here of 73,767, 67 and all the way down to 57 becomes a possibility for Bitcoin, and it's going to be. But if that plays out, right, it's going to be a slow play out potentially throughout the next quarter or two. So 2025 overall could be a very bearish year. Now, that is going to also fall in with the narrative of recession. We're going into a recession. We're going into a recession, right? As people believe that we're going into a recession, they're going to already start expecting 2026 to be a more bearish year. We're going to see more bearish in 2026. That's where the reverse thinking has to come in. If 2025 is bearish, 2026 has a good possibility of being bullish because of the scenario that plays out very similar to 2022 and 2023. 2022 was the bear market, right? 2023 was still bear market. Nobody called bull market, but realistically in 2023, Bitcoin pumped 191%. So I think a similar scenario could be playing out here where 2025 is bearish. People go into 2026 expecting bearish because the next halving isn't until 2028. And realistically, we're also thinking recession, but 2026 is actually a bullish year. And we start pumping higher in 2026. We've been in a recession for 6 years. Well, that I've never heard of. So you're saying there's a chance. There's always a chance, man. There's always a chance. There's always a chance that you guys also join the Crypto Citadel. If you guys are not joining the Crypto Citadel, which is my private trading community, you're like, but Crusader, I'm not a trader. It's okay, bro. I got you. We post macro analysis. So we post signals for everybody that wants to be a trader, right? We post signals in here all the time, but we also post macro analysis, right? We also post updates on what's happening on the macro levels for people that are dollar cost averagers so that they can find areas to dollar cost average down. They can find areas to the upside to potentially take profits, right? It's all up to you. We do live streams, exclusive live streams in there where we do market updates. We do exclusive live trading sessions. Like I said, we post signals. We do daily trade setups. We do all kinds of stuff in here. And you can get 50% off your first month using the promo code Citadel. So if you want to get into trading, if you want to start dollar cost averaging more strategically, right, with actual targets, with an actual game plan, then the Crypto Citadel is for you. If you have no game plan and you're just blindly dollar cost averaging, you're going to be buying the dip and then the dippity dip and then the dippity dippity dip 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 dip, and then it's going to keep dipping and somebody's going to say, are you buying the dip? And you're going to be like, well, you know, I ran out of money. I can't buy the dip anymore because you're not dollar cost averaging strategically. So whether you're a long-term investor or you want to get into trading and you want to follow along on signals and want to start learning how to trade, or you are a trader but you're just looking for more setups because you don't have time because you're working and you want to just follow the signals, you can definitely do that as well. The Crypto Citadel is for everyone. But if the tariffs can't do that, we're bullish. What are you talking about? What are we talking about here? Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that follow, hitting that subscribe. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. Do you think Link will go below $10? Rudy G, let's go take a look at Link. Let's go take a look at Link. Let's see here. Link is sitting right now on its Q4 point of control. It did come down to $10 on Monday. Monday, we came down to the value area low here of this. What range is this? This is the November and the Q4 range for 2024. Came down to the value area low, got back above the point of control of $11. So right now, this seems like a very strong bottom. This seems like a very strong bottom right now for Chainlink. But obviously, it's all dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin drops below that 73,000 area that I told you about, Chainlink is going to be dropping lower. But right now, Chainlink dropping to $10 seems like a strong bottom here. It's a Q4 value area low. It's the November value area low. I got to update this chart to find targets to the upside. We have a monthly target up here of $18.76 to the upside. But I got to update this. Let me see here. Let me just try to do it live right now. Let's get the Q1 range. Q1 range. Where are we at? So the value area low for the Q1 range enters at $12.72. Getting above that gives us room to run back up here. Let's get the March range. Let's get the February ranges. March range right here. March range, same thing, flat. We get back above $12.79. We need to break above $15.42 to keep moving to the upside to try to make a run for the February range here with the untapped target of $18.76 to the upside. Not too many targets left untapped to the upside for Chainlink. Let me take a quick look here on the monthly averages. Oh, yeah, we do have a monthly average up here at $18 as well. We have another one. No, this one's got tapped. Yeah, we don't have many more. So targets right now for Chainlink to the upside are 1809 to 1876. French Toaster, what's going on, brother? What is going on? So yeah, so Rudy, to answer your question, I don't think Chainlink will break below $10 unless Bitcoin really starts to drop below 73. Starts to drop below 73, we start heading towards that more macro bearish trend of targets of 67 to 57. Then yeah, Chainlink is definitely going to be heading below 10. But meanwhile, we can hold this Q1 low. I think there's a good chance that a lot of altcoins are bottoming out here, if Bitcoin is bottoming out as well. But we will see. We will see. There we are in the danger zone. In the danger zone for sure. So appreciate all of you guys jumping in here. I don't even know how many people we have in here. I hope you guys are all smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Algorand, let's go see. Let's go take a look at Algorand. Right here. Algorand. So Algo right now, let me turn this off, has fallen below the Q1 value area low, right? The targets here, the main target down here, the Q4 MPOC of 12 cents, which is possible, right? It is still possible. It's still in the cards. We do have the value area low for November here at 13 cents. So between 13 cents and 12 cents are the next, potential keyword here, potential support zone for Algorand. But if Algorand can reclaim the value area low of Q1 range and March value area low of around 17 cents, all right, we do have an on-tap target of a monthly MPOC. Let me get rid of this target right here. This has already been tapped. We do have an on-tapped NPOC for the month of at 19 cents. We have a monthly untapped target at 19 cents. And then if we rotate this range of March to the upside, our targets are between 22 to 23 cents, 24 cents being the value area high. We break above that and we start rotating the quarter one range all the way to the upside. Our targets for the quarter one range to the higher side, right, are the quarter average at 28 and the quarter NPOC at 29, with a weekly average that is still untapped up at 32 if we continue to rotate the quarter one range to the upside for Algorand. There's obviously more targets to the upside above that, but we will see. Appreciate all of you guys jumping in here. Yo, what do you think would be the lowest Bitcoin could hit? Well, my lowest target for Bitcoin that I have on my chart as of right now is like $57,868. Now, we could rotate the full yearly range of 2024, which would take us down to 48,000. And then below that, I honestly don't have any more targets, but we will look. I would have to look historically at some untapped targets down there and see what happens. But that is a long, long way from where we at right now at 76,000. So no reasons to start looking or talking about 48 or anything like that. Take a break, bro. All you influencers look exhausted. Not really. I took a break through March. I let March play out. I slowed down on content. Now things are exciting, right? Now things are exciting. We're starting to find out what's happening. We're dropping below, right? Are we going to drop below, or we're at that danger zone? So now is the time to be more active. March was kind of a lot of sideways action, not a lot happening in March. So I took my break in March, expecting to see something happen. Either we're going to have a big move to the upside or a big move to the downside. And no surprise, right? We had that big move, but it was to the downside. So now just got to be covering the information that's happening here. Do you think the market can turn around soon? Soon is a relative term, and soon is probably one of the worst words to ever use, because what does soon actually mean? Does soon mean in a couple of minutes? Does soon mean a couple of hours? Does it mean a couple of days? Does it mean a couple of weeks? Does it mean a couple of months? Does it mean a year? Right? What does soon mean? Soon is a very relative term, so it's a terrible way to ask. When is something going to happen? Oh, it's going to happen soon. But can the market turn around? Yes. What do we need to do? We need to hold this area. We need to hold this area right here. If we lose this green area between the quarter one low and the daily average here of 73,767, we lose this support, we're heading lower. Now, if we hold this, we have potential to start running it back up. But if we lose this area, it's lower for longer. Lower for longer for sure. Let's see here. 68, 62, anything under 62 is a buy. Oh, for sure. I'm still going to be buying Bitcoin under 62,000. I'm definitely going to be buying Bitcoin if we drop down to 48. Like, absolutely. I'm bullish on Bitcoin long term. Never been more bullish on Bitcoin. Now, I just got to be realistic on the short term, right? Because I am a trader. I am looking for trades. I am looking for macro analysis. I am looking for dollar cost averaging positions. So strategically, technically, analytically, you got to look for the bearish and the bearish thing. But just because it's bearish doesn't mean that, oh man, Bitcoin's trash, I'm never going to buy Bitcoin again. Absolutely not. I'm always looking for opportunities to buy more. So, guys, I appreciate all of you guys coming out here to hang out with me. Smash those likes, hitting those subscribe. Confirms at the end of the month. Sui, there's an 8-week bear div. Oh, man, hold on. No real reversal until 56 to 57, and even still, that will be a move up. There's an 8-week bear div. Interesting. Clay the Great. Interesting. Let's go take a look at Sui here for you, Rudy G. Sui. Oh, wrong chart. Always get it confused. All right, so Sui has lost the quarter one range, right? It has dropped below its what you call it? It's what range is this? It's quarter four NPLC of $2.01. We have bounced off the value area low of November's range, right? $1.77. We have bounced off of that. If that's lost, on the next target is the value area low for quarter four of 2024, which is 159. And below that, we have these two untapped targets between 145 to 136 before re-entering quarter three targets. We have a September NPLC and a quarter three NPLC sitting between $1.03 and 83 cents. Now that is a move from just where we are right now to the quarter three. That's a 58% move. To September MPC of $1.04, that's 46. To the quarter four average of $1.36 is a 30% drop. What would cause altcoins, SUI or an altcoin to drop another 30 to 50%? Bitcoin losing that 73, heading down to $50-something thousand, right? That would definitely cause altcoins to get smashed. As of right now, targets to the upside for SUI is if SUI can reclaim its quarter one range, right? Its targets to the upside, which 248 and 249 already got tapped, so I can get rid of these. Its targets to the upside are about $3.18 to $3.28 for SUI, but that is a long way up from where we are right now. Right, from where we are to those targets, that is a 62% move, 67% move to the upside. Very, very aggressive move to the upside for SUI here. So let's see if we have a monthly range. Let's get the monthly range of March to see if we have any good target here. Just for the month of... No, I didn't think so. It's already been tapped. So we'll see here what happens with SUI, but those are the targets to the downside, and the targets to the upside. We need to really reclaim $2.17 to get back into the quarter one range to potentially start running back higher. Guys, I appreciate all of you guys jumping in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Join the Crypto Citadel if you haven't. It's not just for day traders. It's not just for traders. If you are a long-term investor, you need data to find those critical levels to dollar cost average, those critical levels to the upside to potentially take profits, right? It's very, very useful for those macro long-term analysis holders to be taking advantage of the macro analysis. So join the Crypto Citadel. And if you are a trader, you want to start following signals, you want to start following along with my trades, you want to get market updates, exclusive trading sessions, make sure you're joining in there as well. It is all in there and it literally pays for itself. Guys, I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. Until next time, see you.